Indian Railways, one of the busiest transport networks in the world. It carries over 30 million passengers and 2.8 million tons of freight every single day. According to a report released by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, energy consumption by the Indian Railways has increased tenfold in the last 4 decades. The energy consumed by the Indian Railways is 2.5% of the total electricity consumed in India. So what's the future? Is it energy-saving measures and devices? Well, the Delhi division of the Northern Railway system has already implemented a whole host of measures that have and can further result in substantial savings in electricity consumption. One of the largest rail networks in the world, the Indian Railways is the primary mode of transport for millions of Indians. Increasing passenger traffic every day means more consumption of electricity. The Indian Railways uses about 12 billion units of electricity a year, with consumption growing at an average 5% every year. Moving to the northern region, the energy consumption pattern of Delhi Division Railways is equally towering. Nizamuddin, 3.95 million units. Old Delhi Station, 6.46 million units. New Delhi, 16.30 million units. Looking at the high energy consumption, Northern Railway's Delhi division has embarked upon a number of energy-saving measures. Why these measures are so important to you before we talk about individual measures? Why did you need to go through this route?
See, because Delhi division is a very big consuming unit for the energy. Just for example, I'll tell you, last 3 years, our energy consumption is almost capped to 115 million units. In spite of the fact that our passenger load is increasing, our number of trains are increasing, we are providing more air conditioning, more passenger amenities, but still, because of so many measures we have taken, we have capped our total consumption to 115 million units.
An efficient way of improving energy efficiency is to deploy advanced technology. And one such initiative is the automatic lighting systems at the Nizamuddin railway station, which saves almost 12,000 units of energy per year.
See, one of the measures which we have taken is on our platforms, our trains are running 24 hours a day. Throughout the night, the entire light is on. So what we have done is it's a very innovative idea that it is known as 30%, 70%. When the train is not there on the platform, the 70% light switches off, and as soon as the train comes to the signal, there is some connection has been provided from the signal, the entire 100% light comes on, and when the train departs, again the train lighting load comes back to 30%.
If automatic lighting system is a breakthrough, tapping into solar energy is another big venture. Solar panels, solar power stations, and solar geysers have been installed at various stations. Walk us through, your solar power installations in both these locations in great detail.
See, we have already done 115 kilowatt of solar panels till date, and we'll be adding 150 kilowatt this particular year, this financial year.
And what are we talking about? A Delhi division in general?
Delhi division in general.
Okay.
We have been doing at smaller stations like Gurgaon, Bahadurgarh, Rohanakala. Now we'll be doing at Sahibabad, Delhi Kent. Especially at Gurgaon, the system is standalone system. It is of 25 kilowatt.
What, in terms of savings, has it yielded?
It's almost 3.5 lakh per annum we are getting saving by way of that. And at Bahadurgarh, almost 4.2 lakh we are saving.
There are a number of other smaller measures like installing energy savers on high mast towers. High consumption bulbs have been replaced with LED stations lightings and ceiling fans. All of these together sums up to a saving of about 20% in energy consumption. What does it boil down to, the success tick mark? How do you know you're doing well?
We have been capped our consumption since last 3 years, and of late it has been going down. Last year it was 116, last year it was 115 million units. Now this particular year we will be reducing it by say 114. So containing this consumption of energy itself is an achievement.
With a wide range of energy-saving mechanisms, the Northern Railways is surely looking to convert its stations into green buildings with minimal energy consumption.
Indian Railway is a very, very old organization. It is 150 years old. In this old infrastructure, it is definitely not possible to make it a shunya power consumption. But we can definitely aim it as far as possible, whatever is our capacity. One thing I can assure you that whatever constructions or new station building or new infrastructure will make it in future, will definitely aim for the zero shunya energy.
Let's take stock of the two innovations you've seen on the show today with Nainish Sanghani, business leader, DuPont Building Innovations. Why is it so critical to overhaul the way we approach all kinds of building in India?
As we know, India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world and soon to be the most populous country on the planet as well. Our need for infrastructure is going to be huge. And as we know, infrastructure, building new one or maintaining them or even retrofitting them consumes a lot of resources, including energy, water, and other raw materials. And we are constantly starved for these resources. So I think if we do not look at doing this differently, we might be in for trouble, because we also need to make sure that we maintain our environment safer and healthier for ourselves as well as our future generation.
Let's talk about the Sun Carrier Omega Net Zero Energy Building. What do you make of it?
The whole notion of designing a building that in the first place has low energy needs and then trying to service the balance needs through renewable sources and systems is just amazing.
How do we apply the concept of shunya to infrastructure in your words?
Shunya carbon footprint or shunya energy waste, to me, I think we are on a journey towards that.
Thanks very much for sharing your experiences with us on the Power of Shunya Quest for Zero.
Thank you, my pleasure.
We're back with Dr. Prem Jain, Chairman of the Indian Green Building Council. He's going to assess the innovations that we've showcased on the show today and also talk about how science and technology can be harnessed to build environment-friendly structures. How important do you think it is for the Indian Railways to think about energy conservation seriously?
High time, because we have a very commendable system. We probably are the world's largest network of railways in terms of the population that we move. So I'm delighted that Northern Railway has now become aware of it and adopting these issues, and it's a pointer to what not only Northern Railway, other railway systems in the country must adopt, minimize the waste of their power consumption by going the method they have chosen.
What is your vision for Shunya when it comes to green infrastructure?
My dream is eventually India will moderate to no power requirement, no water requirement, no waste generation, and the healthy place to come to.
Well, that's an ambitious vision of Shunya that
is
set for India. Thanks very much, Dr. Jain.
My pleasure.
For talking to us on the show today. Buildings consume a large chunk of all the energy that is consumed in India. Yet today we've seen the Sun Carrier Omega Net Zero Energy Building. The building is a huge step forward in the right direction. It proves that the goal of Shunya, in this case Shunya energy waste, is a realistic goal. We've also seen the Delhi division of the Northern Railways cut its energy consumption and energy costs in an attempt to redefine transport infrastructure. The most important aspiration for India when it comes to infrastructure is to build as much infrastructure as we need for our people to live safely and comfortably while reducing our impact on the environment so that we can guarantee a cleaner world for future generations. That's it on this edition of DuPont Presents The Power of Shunya, Quest for Zero, a show that celebrates science and innovation, technologies that could secure our future, human ingenuity that could reduce our challenges to zero. Till next week then, goodbye.